What's up everyone, the real A-Town here, aka RGB Fox, and I just decided, damn, it's been a while since I've actually uploaded a video. It's been 2 weeks, right? I did not expect to be gone for that long. I've been busy, college is just giving me some shit. Plus, I also ended up doing some work on the side, and I've been taking my time focusing on that. But of course, here I am, back better than ever, kind of. It's early morning and I've been up for a very long time, but you know, screw it. We're going to talk about the 3.4 banner and what I think about it overall. I should say the 3.5 live stream and what I think about it overall, not 3.4 banner. Jesus. Speaking of the 3.4 banner, I pulled for C2 Yelan, so I'm gonna show you here my pull that I got whenever I actually got her, because I ended up getting a Kaching, Xingqiu, and a Beto, and it's the first time I've gotten 2 5-stars in one pull. So yeah, sick. Anyways, how do I feel about the 3.4 live stream and what they showed us, how it's going to affect us, and you know, if it's mid or not? And right off the bat, before we go in, do consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video. You know, I try to make sure I pump out as much content as I can whenever it is necessary. Quite frankly, you know, overall I do have some opinions about this. Let's start. Number one, we have to talk about the new characters, right, that we are getting. We are going to be getting a rerun for 3 units specifically, which are going to be Sinnoh, which seems kind of early considering he just came out, but he probably has some relevance in the upcoming quest that we have. We also have a rerun of Shenhe finally. You know, it's been a while since we've gotten a reintroduction to this unit. I think when she released, it was February of last year when she was ran with Xiao, and I pulled for her then, and I think this is a perfect time to actually bring her back. Everyone remembers when Ayaka was like out for about a month or so, if not a little bit longer, and that was during I think 2.6, 2.7, and honestly, I'm surprised she's back now. Considering that Mika is going to be released alongside those two, I really did think that Eula was going to be a rerun character, since she hasn't been rerun since about the end of November, start of December of 2021. So that was, I think, maybe 2.4, maybe 2.5. So yeah, it's a pretty big shock to see that she hasn't been up for a rerun in this current patch, but I'm not hating. I think Ayaka is a unit that's still very strong, and if you don't have her yet, I think even now in this current Abyss, she's a unit that can be utilized to full potential and actually give you really good results. She's probably the strongest cryo character that we still have to this day. I agree with having her on the banner. The weapon pulls are more than likely going to be mid-splitter, but of course don't pull for weapons. And then of course in the first half of the 3.5 banner, we're going to have Dehya and Sinnoh. So what does that mean? It means that we have 2 of the most loveliest brown characters to be involved in this current time frame. However, if you guys went and watched my video about Dehya here like almost a month ago, I discussed on how lackluster she seemed, and it seems that MiHoYo might have picked up on the community's response to how kind of poor this unit was going to be. And if you look on the bottom part of the description here in the left side, you will see that they're going to put her on the standard banner once 3.6 arrives. Ultimately, I did not see this coming. This was a big shocker for me, and I thought there's no way that they're actually doing this, but it seems that that's what they're sticking with in this current time. So whether or not I thought she was worth pulling for, I thought she was just going to be like a pretty poor unit and you would be wasting your money trying to get her. But now even more so, since she's going to be available in the standard banner, which means you're always going to have a chance to get Dehya. So if you don't get her now, I mean, I'm sorry to say, but I'd rather you lose the 50-50 on accident, right? Well, I guess it's always an accident, but you know what I mean. It really sucks because I think in general losing the 50-50 is usually bad, right? Unless you get a Kaching or a Tigneti. But now if you like get Dehya, then it's really gonna feel like an L has been handed to you. So I mean, I guess they realize how bad she is, right? And are just going to put her away after that, and we're never gonna get another Dehya banner. But hey, it's what happens. We're also going to get new weapons, specifically 2 new claymores. The first one being Meld Flower, and the second one being the Beacon of the Reed Sea, which is going to be Dehya's signature. The Meld Flower is just a little elemental mastery stat stick, and it gives you some more elemental mastery whenever I think you trigger an elemental skill and a reaction, either or. It's gonna give you attack and EM. I think it's very mid. I don't think any unit necessarily wants it. Maybe Razor if you're playing him in the Thundering Furry team, but even then, I'm not the biggest fan. It is free in one of the events that we're getting, which is the Windbloom one. So hey, give some flowers, get your refinements, and have a free 4-star if you want it. However, the signature weapon for Dehya is Beacon of the Reed Sea. I guess they didn't want to use the Red Sea, maybe because of, you know, biblical terms, blah blah blah. I'm gonna call it the Red Sea from now on, because saying Reed Sea just seems a little bit awkward. This is a stat stick, if I had to say. 608 base attack, 33.1% crit rate. The passive gives your character additional attack and then HP when they are not shielded. And even though this is Dehya's signature, I think the unit is going to use this the best is probably going to be Beto. She's going to appreciate the base attack. Obviously, you want to build a character with crit. This character is also going to get an additional amount of attack and HP. So if you have her C2, I think it's just going to be a stronger overall shield that you're going to get. So hey, I'm a big fan of this weapon, and even though I advocate people to not pull for a weapon, I think I'm gonna pull for this one. It's going to be such a big waste of money, but I want to see what my Beto can do once I get it. Is it necessary? Oh god, no. But will I get it? Potentially. Aside from that, we do get some new events. We like I mentioned before, we get the Windbloom one. It seems it's just going to be an expanded story quest that's going to talk about Kale and how she, you know, interacts with the people of Mondstadt. You know, that's something that I wanted to see, her and Amber's interactions. So I'm sure it'll be fun. We also get a Dainsleif story quest that we get to unlock. So shocker. We also have a hangout event with Faruzan. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of the character in general, but like, hey, you know, it's an additional content if you want it. I can't really recommend it. The Hangout series events are always kind of like mid, but you know, screw it. It is an option for you. We also, and I kind of skipped over him, we're getting Mika. I don't want to talk about that character anymore though, because I think he is very lackluster. The last thing I wanted to see was physical support, much less support for Eula. And if they were going to make better support for that unit, I would have expected a better 4-star, and that he might, just might, take place over Alloy for being the worst unit in the game. But it's still too early to tell, right? I mean, after all, he hasn't come out yet. So sorry for sidetracking. I just noticed that Mika was a unit, and I just Aside from that, the other events I think is going to be another combat-based event, right? And a new rhythm game event that we're going to get, as well as a Dory quest doing the spices again. Same old thing that we did back in 3.0 with the spices. There's going to be theater mechanics, except this time with the, you know, little fungus. So I mean, again, it might be fun, it might not be. I did like the last theater mechanics we had, even though they made it to where you couldn't just abuse Venti, right? But hey, it's okay, you know. I'm going to appreciate it no matter what. The thing that we did get is new cards for the TCG. We're getting Kokomi, we're getting Eula, and we're getting Kujo Sara. So that might be fun. I can only imagine how Eula is going to work, and her skill is only going to cost 2, right, for her burst. So that's nice, as well as the other 2. I can only imagine that Kokomi is just going to be as good of a healer in the game as Barbara is. And then of course Kujo, she might, I don't know what Kujo would be all about. I mean, we have Bennett in the way that he works in the game, you know, giving you like +1 damage. She's probably going to work the same. So yeah, I'm kind of excited. You know, I did play with Clee and Beto in the TCG, but like, you know, I was kind of like, all right, you know, I can deal with that. They seem like cool or whatever. Not something to get super like absorbed into about. I think the TCG could improve a little bit, even though they did end up nerfing the Ayamiya playstyle, which, you know, was good. Even though I abused it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, aside from that, we're also going to get 2 new units to combat against. A new Abyss Herald, and then we do get another, I think, Fatui unit. Like, they look like a combination of a Ruin Guard and the Electro Fatui guy that we fight against. He looks kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's going to make the Abyss probably harder, considering they're probably going to be really strong and they're going to definitely have different attack patterns than we're used to. So yeah, get ready for that if you do actively play the Abyss like I do. I can only imagine how annoying they are. God knows how annoyed I am whenever I fight against the like Scorpion and the Phoenix in the Spiral Abyss right now. So no thank you. That is really it. That is my opinion on the 3.5 live stream that they showed us. I think it was overall okay. I didn't think there was anything special to really like go into. Again, it really seems like they're just going to ignore Dehya as soon as like this release has ended, which makes me sad because I really wanted her to be good. But it seems MiHoYo recognizes that this unit is not a must pull at all. Even if you enjoy her, like I said, I just recommend you just wait till you lose like a 50-50 and pull for someone else. So yeah, you know, I'll put the redeem codes here on the screen. I should have mentioned that earlier, but they will be available if you want to see them. Be fast, these will be gone by the time that the video is out, essentially, you know, by like 11 tonight, and for me it is 9:30, so you have a little over 12 hours. So hopefully by the time I release this, you guys still have time to redeem it, and if not, you're shit out of luck. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, do give it a like, comment on what you enjoyed about the live stream, what you didn't enjoy about the live stream, you know, and let me know if you're gonna pull for Dehya, even though I still think that you should not, and I know I will not. The weapon though, it does look pretty sick. That has been RGB Fox, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.